Hey, and welcome to Hopcast.
Thanks for coming back, everybody.
I'm Brad Chmielewski.
My name is Ken Hunnemeder.
And it's like we never left. We still have a special guest.
And his name is still Sergio.
It is.
Welcome
still. Sergio
back.
Salgado.
Right? Back?
Back.
No.
Back.
Welcome again.
I've returned.
Again. You haven't left. They don't know that, though.
You're still wearing that shirt?
Yeah. Jeez.
I don't have to.
Well, we might be taking our clothes off after we knock back 15% beers here.
Yes. So, to continue our little Modern Times series here with Sergio, you have also brought some Monsters Park, different variations of their Monsters Park.
Yes. So Monster Park is a Modern Times Imperial Stout, and we have two different versions. This one aged in rye barrels, and this one aged in Tennessee whiskey barrels.
Okay.
And we're going to hopefully try to find a difference.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely
so
comment on.
we need our straws, and we're going to...
So we're going to do this a little bit differently. Normally we drink one beer at a time, but with these we thought it might be appropriate. We're going to, lay out some sample glasses. That way we can go back and forth, and we even have the unbarrel aged version to kind of have as a reference point. Sorry. So that's how we're going to do this one.
So let's line them up.
Let's do it.
So we now have this feast in front of us.
Right.
And we noticed they all poured out kind of different carbonation levels here. The Tennessee one, almost nothing, right?
Yes. The unbarreled version seemed just fine, and then just a kind of a lower level of carbonation on the
rye barrel.
On the rye barrel, correct.
They're all pitch black, yeah.
Yeah, pretty dark. Pretty damn dark.
Should we start? Let's start with the regular. We need base, right?
Reference point.
All right.
Unbarreled version, Monsters Park. We'll also note that there's, much like their sour beer that we had during the last episode, there's a lot of different malts in this beer as well. So last time I'll list them. Stout malt, pale malt, oat malt, dark chocolate, midnight wheat, crystal 120, roasted malt, black barley, and cherrywood smoked malt.
Okay.
So based on the aroma, I don't think there's a whole bunch of smoked malt in here because I'm not picking up on any smoky character.
I get a little bit.
You get a little bit?
I already took a sip and it tastes a little so maybe misjudging my aroma now.
All right.
Some nice sweetness going on.
Mm-hmm. I get a lot of chocolate. I get a hint of smoke. I actually get a ton of chocolate.
I do too. Lots of chocolate. I do get the hint of smoke. I feel like it's very soft on the palate. I don't know if that's due to the midnight wheat. It's kind of like a dark wheat type of grain.
It's different than a lot of Imperial Stouts I've tasted before. Like that, I don't know why. It's just like maybe it's all the malts or just something they're blending. It just feels a lot different.
It's got a good mouthfeel.
I
it feels
agree.
Substantial.
Substantial, but not overly sweet.
Right.
It's 60 IBUs, but I don't feel like it's overwhelmingly bitter.
No.
Those IBUs are probably just standing up to all the different
sweetness.
The sweetness from the grains. So I like the balance of bitter and sweet. I think it's a fine beer. Pretty damn good.
Yeah, definitely. Do you guys want to try the Tennessee whiskey or the rye next?
Let's go Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Which is on our right.
All right.
On our right.
So we don't know what Tennessee whiskey barrels they're using. We assume it's maybe a mix of barrels that they got their hands on, right?
Yeah, you could make an assumption that there's probably some Jack Daniels in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's all Jack Daniels and they just didn't want to...
I would think if they had one kind, they'd be like, yeah, this is Jack Daniels,
Right.
Or this is whoever.
Right. I don't know.
Definitely getting that whiskey aroma.
Not as strong as I thought it would be, though.
No, I think it's kind of subtle.
Yeah.
All right.
A little oat and coconut.
Carbonation's definitely very low.
Yeah. I can see that coconut. I get like a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah, this doesn't pack like a huge bourbon punch. I mean,
But it's there. It's got like a woody flavor.
yeah, yeah,
But
it's,
light.
It's not aggressively in your face like, oh, this is a bourbon barrel aged beer. You know?
Right.
The super boozy stout or anything, because it does the same alcohol. It's 1% higher, so we're not gonna get like, oh, that barrel didn't add too much to it, really, because it was already a big ass beer.
I get quite a bit of cherry on this as well. So, typical flavors you might expect. I think the chocolate kind of subdues from the
regular
non-barreled,
Mm-hmm.
and some of that coconut and cherry kind of elevates a little bit.
All right, let's go rye.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, even being low carbonate like that, it's still nice.
This is a style of beer where it's kind of like,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
Ooh, I feel like the aroma on this, the rye one, is
Completely different.
yeah.
Definitely get more of that cherry. I think the sweetness, almost a fruitiness is coming out.
Yeah, fruitiness. Definitely hits you stronger.
I get vanilla most on the nose on this one, like a creamy vanilla. But again, like there's not a whole bunch of barrel coming out.
No, yeah. All right, I took a sip. That was different than I was expecting it to taste. It almost tasted like a candy bar.
Yeah, there's a little bit of candy type character on that one.
And again, we don't know what barrels they're using. The rye barrels could be from anywhere. It's not even Tennessee, really. It's probably wherever they got their hands on them.
I can't put my finger on it.
On what it is.
Yeah.
It's the
Very-
sweetest one.
I think it is sweeter. That smoked kind of goes away.
Agreed.
I lose all of that, which I almost kind of miss. I'm going to go back and check it out.
I think for me, there's a little bit of like a cotton candy type of thing going on. Very subtle, but it's in there.
I think the rye might be my favorite because it is maybe the most interesting, and I can't put my finger on what all the flavors are happening in there.
I think I like Tennessee whiskey.
What?
Bring it.
Hold me back.
Oh no, I'm gonna make things worse. I was actually leaning towards the normal one.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah, it's just been such a long time since
They're all great. Thanks for watching the Hotcast.
Check out Modern Times Beer.
So give us Modern Times info for the people that didn't watch last week's episode.
Okay,
Who are they? How can they get their beers?
okay. So
Who was the daddy?
the daddy,
And what
Who's
does
this-
he do?
Who's this buddy of yours?
this buddy feller. Okay, so Modern Times Beer is a brewery from San Diego. It opened up in fall of 2013, so it's only been around for about a year and a half. And the owner is Jacob McKean, who, disclaimer, I worked with, and he sent me these beers. We're friends, go back a long way. He's been working with Michael Tonsmere, which is the mad fermentationist. Some of you might know him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's actually consulted on all these beer recipes with Jacob and the brewers working at Modern Times to help make it all a reality. But Jacob's been doing a really great job. Modern Times is kicking, alive and kicking well in
getting some great buzz around
Southern California.
the beer industry for sure.
Yeah, and right now you can only find them in San Diego, LA, and they just announced distribution coming up for San Francisco. So it's a treat that we got these beers out here in Illinois.
Cheers.
Yeah, so I think that's about it. You know, they're doing their thing.
And all their labels look great. They also do cans as well, correct?
Yes, these are all their special releases. Their year rounds are in 16-ounce cans, and they look beautiful. They have a great eye for design, and actually their brewery and their tasting room are beautifully designed. They work with some great artists just to decorate everything. So yeah, they have a good sense of style.
And these beers are a little bit different than, say, their main core beers that they kind of build the foundation of the company on.
Yes, which is, thank you for pointing that out. It's kind of funny that I chose to bring on the special releases, which are all high in ABV.
Yeah.
Kind of the main idea behind Modern Times is to provide sessionable beers that are still complex and interesting and not, boring.
One note.
One note, right. So they're still good, sessionable, but complex beers.
Yeah.
So
I can stand behind that. I love that. That's great. More session beers.
For sure. But we're drinking the stouts now.
We are.
So,
Yeah.
As we lay with a platter of
I mean,
drunkenness in front
So
of
do you
us.
think do you think Jacob and the team there, they wanted to experiment with these different barrels as well as like just see what happened, and they're like, oh, these turned out pretty good. Let's put them out there.
I haven't kept that much in touch with their decisions behind their brewing.
Because this is the first
But-
time we're seeing these kind of beers from them, right?
Yes, they just
Okay.
came out again, I think, at the end of 2014. So they're brand new beers, but I think the whole concept behind them is to experiment, to try new things, see what works, and see what's going to excite people. So I don't anticipate if they release Monster Spark again, which I'm sure they will. It'll probably be aged in different barrels, and they'll try different variations, and they're just going to kind of keep changing it up every year, because they're, the guy consulting with all the recipes is called the Mad Fermentationist. Their idea is to try new things.
Nice.
Just be a little crazy.
That's great.
Well, yeah, these are great, and I think they have a great initial stout, so I think they can try a lot of different barrels and just see what happens and what else they can add to it.
Yeah, there's definitely something to be said for that stout with no barrel. It's just delicious. Very good.
Well, cheers. We got a bunch of beer here to drink and a lot of glasses.
You guys
Yeah,
all
so-
pick your favorite?
I did.
Hold on, let me. All right.
So thank you,
Rye,
Sergio.
Rye for the win.
Tennessee whiskey.
The normal one.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.